Good morning, everybody. Hoping this video finds you doing well this fine Thursday morning. Welcome to February 15th. Now, I'm going to share with you my experience yesterday in doing a quick training with some senior customer service representatives who recently graduated and became loan officers. So next week is going to become their official week of hitting the sales floor. I had some time to share with them my thoughts on objections and what they'll come up against and what to expect and how to be prepared in entering this sales industry as the very first time. And it was fun because I had a chance to, go through a lot of memories and coming up, and I try to put myself back in that situation. We had some technical difficulties with regards to the recording, so it's going to be batched off, and I'm just going to create little micro content, release it out like that. But what came up in the topic and in the meeting had to do with brands and how society is wired. This is just from a consumer standpoint. This is even from us. If we own up to it, we'll agree with some of these things. So we are, as society, are hardwired to always ask for the lowest price. That's just us, right? We see it advertised, it's thrown out all the time: blowout sale, best sales, lowest fee, lowest rate. This is just a constant repeat message that marketing is putting out to society. Not only that, but it's ingrained to our elders, right? It's ingrained to our closest circle, our pocket of people, our network. And so when they have their own expressed feelings about that particular topic, they're then going to share it with those that they care about. And this is where our influence of family members come into play. It could be even our spouse. And we naturally do it also. If you think about it, you do the same thing to your own kids if you got kids, or your best friend, or your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your spouse, whomever. You give that solid advice because that's the right thing to do. And typically that safe advice is to be conservative. Sound familiar? And so if we're constantly under this conservative and thought and belief of scarcity, that's how most of society is. It's not all of them. And this is why sometimes you just get clients, they don't care about the price. They don't care about the details. They just want you to get it done. They pay for convenience. And that, I believe, is a topic that I didn't get a chance to dive into, so I'm going to dive into it now. So when we think about convenience, we think about all these little different options and features that our current existing services has that we pay extra for the convenience. So for example, I had an option to go with cloth or leather, right? I could have went with a specific vehicle, but I chose a specific brand because it had that convenience. It had what I was looking for. Convenience also applies with time. Now, if you consider how DoorDash, right? DoorDash is a very popular service. It gives you an alternative option from having to go to a restaurant, sit 30, 45 minutes in at a bar, racking up more money, and then also sitting at the restaurant, right? And then going through the experience. But it now gives you an option to have it brought to your door. So now, instead of cooking, for example, you could pay a $10 delivery fee to someone through DoorDash, and they'll just bring you everything pre-made. Now, I believe that is a booming market, and why a lot of homeowners use that. If you don't use it now, you probably use Postmates or Uber Eats, or it's something to that effect, but it's just fast. It's very convenient. So people are willing to pay a premium for convenience. Not only that, but they're also willing to pay a premium, meaning more than they should. This defeats their idea of scarcity. That's what penetrates it, right? So we have to understand that most society is scarce. They're just going to always be preemptive to think of worst case scenarios. And so I don't want to go too deep on you, but if we understand the background behind the mindset that we engage with every day, we're going to give ourselves a better advantage of how to persuade and communicate with that mindset of how they process information. And that is the science of selling. So this is going to be adapted to anything and everything, I believe. But I'm going to share with you why people will pay a premium for convenience and brand. So going to brand, again, if you consider like a Louis Vuitton purse, or no, let's go even more generic. Let's go Supreme. Supreme is a name brand clothing. If you haven't heard of Supreme yet, look them up. It's just Supreme, and it's very plain, but because it's a brand, people will pay a premium. So like a beanie is like $400, but because it has Supreme on it, it just has their brand. And so instead of buying a regular beanie of $10, someone is willing to, and this is coming from a younger generation where money is not as, as easily able to allocate as if you were an adult. And so that's interesting to me, because that is the society that we're now dealing with, is people have access to results much faster. And if you can properly position yourself as being the absolute most convenient and high quality service, and you should be doing this, by the way. I share a lot of information on this channel, and at the end of the day, I'm going to help you engage and create a sale. But more importantly, I believe it's helpful because you are going to effectively help your consumer. You are effectively going to help your client. And I hope that you use these methods and these techniques to not just make a sale, but to make a relationship that builds a book of business that continues to repeatedly pay you over and over and over again, whether it's consistent business and repetitive business with that specific client, or also their network, like their family, their friends, their coworkers. This invites you and opens you, and what I'm talking about position you as the go-to. When you no longer have to go hunt business and you become the magnet of the business, like people are coming to you, asking you information, asking for your details, your thoughts, your opinion, you become the go-to. You are no longer a salesman, you are now a consultant. So I'm showing you how to get to be a consultant. You see, I think a lot of us enter into being a loan officer with the whole assumption that it's about sales. I gotta sell. It's all about price. It's all about price and lowest rate and lowest fees. And because they're going into their day like that, they're defeating themselves. They're defeating their mindset and also their momentum, their energy going into to deal with the tasks, the headaches, the declines of that day. But when you watch Sales Remastered, you're able to convert that perception and change it so that you look at it as these are the stepping stones to get to where I want to go. So you're actually inviting the challenge of going through the grind, because your whole goal is, well, how do I improve the grind? And that's what I've been doing this entire time. So stick around with Sales Remastered. Check me out on my next video. I'm doing them on a daily basis, and I'm looking forward to your comments, looking forward to those likes, those hearts, those double taps. I got links below this video to show you every media channel I'm on. And if you're there already, do me one solid and add me a follow. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.